When I was young, our family always watched movies. That was our thing. But thinking back on some of those movies, they were weird as. So there I was, watching a stream of The Lives of P, when I suddenly thought of the movie Dolls. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so I vaguely remember what it was about. A family gets stranded at this house or mansion. Could have been a hotel of some kind. But anyway, this place is filled with dolls of all kinds. It wasn't particularly malicious or anything like that. But there was other folks at this place, and they was like assholes or something, so I guess the dolls didn't like them. But this one scene stood out to me.
Another one.
But overall, the movie was fine for its time, and I'd still watch it today. But Dolls is pretty tame in the realm of weird, unlike Rawhead Rex. As a kid, it was just some crazy weird movie. But as an adult who has looked into this movie, it gets a whole lot weirder. Rawhead Rex is definitely in my top 5 for weirdest movie. They thankfully downplay what the creature in the movie is supposed to be.
Some sort of dick devil.
But aside from that, this scene stands out to me. And I've taken the liberty of removing the sound because in my opinion, it's a bit distressing. Okay, moving along. I like the way some of the scenes are shot. It's very surreal. It's not much to tell by the way of story, or perhaps I'm not willing to, but evil comes to town to do evil and then gets vanquished. An extremely simplified synopsis. I wouldn't consider Rawhead Rex to be a good movie, but an adequate creature feature. To know all about what I'm not mentioning, the internet's got you covered. Now, as a kid, Troll was a favorite of mine, but it was also scary to me. It wasn't the troll so much as this creepy song.
It's starting again.
A family moves into an apartment building that just happens to be inhabited by trolls, led by the Troll King or Prince. I don't know. I don't remember. They take over with only a young boy and an old witch standing against them. The special effects are bad at times, but when it comes to when the Troll King / Prince transforms a person into one of his trolls or some fantasy creature, those were really good for the time. I'm sure they were practical. Of course they were practical. This movie came out in the 80s, late 80s I think, but anyway, it was good for its day. There's a part 2 to this, and it's famously bad, and it has absolutely nothing to do with this one. Now by far, TerrorVision takes all of the cakes when it comes to weird. After a scene showing us how this thing got to planet Earth, the theme song plays and it's reminiscent of a B-52 song, any one of them. But its weirdness doesn't prepare you for what's to come. A family accidentally transmits a creature into their house and treat it like a pet. This thing was disgusting to look at, and every time I think about it, I gag a bit, which may have been intended. I remember the ending being absolutely crazy. TerrorVision is the B-est B movie I think I've ever seen. But it's From Beyond that makes me think about things borderlining on an existential crisis, like all good Lovecraftian horror should. As a kid, I believed this movie, and back then, I didn't even know what cosmic horror was. All cosmic horror has a very special place in my heart. From Beyond is one of my all-time favorites. Two scientists who find a way to break through this reality to another dimension, which is always there, just unseen by us, and the same for it. This dimension starts to spill into ours, transforming the more matter of the scientists into a formless thing that needs to feed on pineal glands. Pineal gland is a part of our brain responsible for melatonin, which helps us sleep. I consider this movie a classic, not factoring in the actors' performances because they're...
Dr. Tillinghast. Crawford, what did you see?
It ate him. Bit off his head. Like a gingerbread man.
Weird. I love how it explores cosmic themes and how it always made me, kid or adult, think about such things. And these were just the most prominent weird movies from my childhood. I'm Ron Stringer. Hound at me about something else some other time.
As you can see over there, what appears to be Cthulhu has risen, causing the world to come to an end. It's mass hysteria out here. Dogs and cats living together and the seas are boiling. My advice to the public is to like this video and subscribe to the Lone Wolf Ron Stringer before it all goes downhill. While you still got a chance. I'm Mike Mickerson for BS News. Sign off.